It's Angie.
Oh dear.
Well, hey everybody, we are currently live. Angie, you got called out just as we went live. Welcome everybody to Betrayal of Heartholm. I know my own show title. I came up with it. This is our Wednesday Zweihander campaign. We are currently in our second session. Very excited to see what happens to these lovely fine folks. But before we get into it, what I'm going to do is hand over to Past Charlie so we can hear from our sponsors.
Before we begin today's show, I would like to take some time to remind you about our sponsors. Fantasy Grounds, our virtual tabletop of choice. All of the beautiful maps and roles you see tonight are done using Fantasy Grounds, which you can try for free at fantasygrounds.com. You can also get all of your miniatures from Wayland Games. Go to waylandgames.co.uk and get yourself a huge range of D&D, Warhammer and 40k minis for up to 20% off regular retail price. And Tabletop Loot, who sell incredible dice. Go and check them out at tabletoploot.com.
Hello everybody and welcome back. Apparently some shit went down whilst I was in the tunnel, so I can't wait to find out what that was. But before we get started, I am just going to go around everybody and we'll just say who we are, where you can find it. No, that's the end. Just say who we are and who we're playing today. I'm on it today. I'm sorry, folks. I'm so tired. Hey, Gabe. How's it going, friend?
I'm grand. Hi, I'm Gabe, and today I am playing Skarut, the elf, who's a thief and kind of a nice person, maybe, probably. I'm trying.
And directly below Gabe, we have Tom. Hey, friend.
Hi, I'm Tom. I am very, very ill at this moment, so I'm going to power through this and have a lot of fun. And hopefully the healing power of Zweihander and everyone around me will help me feel better. I play Scythian. He is a Cathedral Guard. He had a pretty rough time, almost drowning last week, so hopefully, fingers crossed, he'll have a better time this week.
Nobody tell him that I was looking up the suffocation rules in the tunnel. Angie, hey, how's it going?
Hey, it's going pretty good. Hi, I'm Angie, aka Banjalerp, and I'm playing Heta, the astrologer. That's all I got, cause yeah.
Cool. All right. And directly next to Angie, we have Quinn. Hey.
Hello, I'm Quinn at Quintus. Quinn.exe has stopped working. Let's try that again. I'm Quinn at Quintastic_ on Twitter. I use she, they pronouns. I will be playing Violetta today, our favorite non-binary babe who uses she, her pronouns.
Alrighty, and we have, last and certainly not least, Jay. Hey, buddy.
Hi, I'm Jay, and now it's just going to look like I'm jumping on the bandwagon, but I'm also ill, not just because Tom's ill, like we didn't kiss, all right? We can be two individual people, but I'm ill as well, and I'll be playing... It's true, yeah, but ship it. I'm playing Arthur, the halfling charlatan, who's apparently pissed everyone off already, so it's going superbly well.
All right, and just to continue with this extremely weird energy everyone has brought today, I'm Susie. I will be your dark mistress, your GM, your DM, whatever you like today. We are heading once more back into the city of Heartholm. Now, last week, everything kind of went boom a little bit. I may have blown up half the city, in which these lovely fine folks were right in the middle of it. Also in the middle of a big hunt of a big horrible demon dog, which Skarut has determined he is going to go pet.
It's a puppy. All dogs are puppies.
It's a puppy.
Even demons.
It's a big demon puppy. So Skarut is on a mission to pet the big demon puppy and also steal Phil's pistol. Again.
Damn it. It's so shiny, Susie. Why would you tell me all those details?
It's got a beautiful, like, pearl inlay with silver on it. It's finely made.
I'm gonna have to kill Phil.
Magpie.
You know what? I'm gonna feed Phil to my dog. Yes. Now I have a plan.
There we go. responsible pet owner, the whole 9 yards. All right, so after an explosion in the Cathedral District, you were all sort of blasted into the river, in which Scythian almost drowned, but was rescued by a combo effort of Arthur and Skarut. It was mainly Skarut. Herta and Violetta, you are on the riverbank watching this display as Scythian was dragged up out of the water, and you saw the aftermath of the city in flames behind you, and the bodies floating in the river, the people pulling themselves out of the river. You headed up to the tavern, the local sort of, it had almost been set up as a crisis center where people were wandering in, getting drinks and being tended to by a doctor, when Scythian realized that he had gained a horrible scar on his neck along with his hair that had turned a shade of white. It was looked at by a doctor and an acquaintance of Violetta's, who determined that this was not through any sort of physical means, it was a magical wound, and that surely the cause of the explosion was in itself magical or demonic in origin. And we had the lovely, not at all confusing confrontation of Phil and Skarut in the tavern, where Phil.exe stopped working, as Skarut simply just handed the gun back and went, "Hey man, I found this. Is this yours?" Yeah. But in the chaos, in the aftermath, 2 questions remain. What happened to Antoinette? And where's Timmy? And so we begin back where we left, in the tavern, with your drinks, as you're processing what happened. What would you like to do?
So Siphon is going to take one last drink, and he's going to put the cup down. He goes, "Well, thank you, everyone, for everything you've done, but I think it's time I headed home." And he'll kind of struggle up and grab his brigandine, and he's got his sword by his belt. "I wish you all the best. If you ever need me, I don't live too far, just down the road."
Do you need help getting home?
Yes, you look like you could use some assistance. And I'll stand up as well.
He'll look around. You know, I probably could, if I'm honest, yeah. That would be most helpful, thank you.
Get a lady escort. Lucky dog.
And he'll start, he'll wait for them to finish their drinks, of course.
Down it.
But then he'll
I'm pretty sure I'm like 3 in.
I think
absinthe, no less.
Yeah, I think you downed 2 absinthes before we even finished last.
Oh God.
We love to see it. Antoinette, it was a sad day. Pour one out.
Your girl is.
But yeah, I would get up and escort Siphon.
Mm-hmm.
I would do the same.
So, Arthur,
Yes, mate.
is Timmy a child by chance?
He is. He's one of the. He's not like me though. He's not just really small. He's a human child.
Are you a gnomish child?
No, I'm an halfling, mate.
Oh,
That's why my clothes look like yours, like an adult's clothes, but they fit. See, halfling. Just like
So
you,
like-
but like a snack size.
snack size.
That's right.
So I have an inkling that Phil might be looking for Timmy.
Phil's looking for Timmy.
Yeah.
What? Why does Phil want Timmy?
That's a great question. But he mentioned a child named Timmy who was with a halfling.
Hmm.
Suspicious.
It's suspicious, you see, because I've only been with Timmy tonight, running from the temple, big boom, in the water. Phil was here. I'm not quite sure how he would have seen or heard of me with Timmy. I suppose you know how he
Curious.
came by that information? With a big
I
smirk
assume-
across Arthur's face.
I assume someone probably told him if he wasn't around. Is there a bounty on either your or Timmy's heads?
Not on mine.
That reaction makes me think yes.
Well, Timmy likes to get himself in all kinds of conundrums. Poor little lad. Could be. I wouldn't put Phil past, going after a kid. Whatever gets him money, he don't tend to mind. Weren't that many people, though, that saw me with Timmy tonight, I'll be honest. Quite a small group of people.
I didn't even see Timmy. You said, Timmy, Timmy! And then you slapped me awake. So I don't even know what Timmy looks like.
That's true. Good point. Couldn't possibly be anyone here.
Or could it? And then I'm going to suspiciously look across everyone else.
And Arthur just keeps looking straight at Skarut. Well, you seem to have had an interaction with the gentleman. Nice man as he is. You got any ideas how I could get him off my back? Want to give me a hand? We could go and find him. See if we can put him off going after poor old Timmy. I need to go and look for Timmy anyway.
I mean, sure. Although my skills usually shine when I show up behind someone and they sleep forever.
Well,
Oh, that music timing was great.
I know we might have gotten off to a slightly rocky start, but you see, I've got quite a good skill at keeping people's attention right in front of them, straight at me. Could be quite
Are
the
you saying
dynamic duo.
Are you saying you want to take out the bald one?
Oh, no, I'd never say something so direct and violent. I'm simply saying I could be having a chat with a man about another missing person that I'm trying to locate in here in these netherabouts, and then whatever might happen to him, well, I mean, that's just terrible, isn't it?
All right, deal. And I put my hand out.
Perfect.
One condition.
All right.
One
All
condition.
go on then. I like conditions, contracts and whatnot.
When he was talking to me, he had a shiny gun. I want it. You can do whatever
What you
else
take?
you want with him.
What you take off his person is entirely your business. But just so you know, if you ever wanted to part ways with that lovely weapon, once you've got hold of it, of course, if it bores you, I could do a nice discount on selling it on. Just bear that in mind for future reference.
I do take things, and if I have someone I can sell directly to, that is not. You know what, Arthur?
Yes, mate.
I'm glad you had me save that drowning person.
Well, they make
I mean,
a big
because-
fuss when one of them dies.
Because they lived as well, but
Well, yeah, of course. Living and all that. It's important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think we'll get along nicely.
All right. Well, that's Alpha Mythfold
Cheers.
then. At your service. Pleasure. Let's go and see a man about a boy. And not his gun in any way.
Never.
All right, just to briefly trip there, we did just unlock a Wild Magic Surge for 20 RTs retweets on that tweet. So if we hit 30, we got another, so get retweeting. But, so going clockwise, this one is for you, Jay. If you could just type for me in Fantasy Grounds /die 1d10,000. We'll find out what that number is.
Please be good.
All right, 3790. Okay. No, roll again. That one is not applicable. It's doesn't work. Unfortunately. 9110. Let's have a
I
look.
don't know if this is better or worse, I'll be honest.
Okay. No, this is
It's
perfect.
higher.
Right. So, as you shake hands with Skarut, you see just out of the corner of your eye, Arthur, almost like a cascade of flash bulbs go off, as a bunch of it can only be described as low fantasy medieval paparazzi take your photograph. don't question it. It just works. And they're like, Arthur,
in my head,
Arthur, look over here, Arthur.
I think quick as a dime, he'll just be like, no pictures, thank you very much, no pictures. All questions, go through my publicist. Market will be open as soon as we can get the temple back up. All right, thank you, no pictures. Thank you, I've got to go. And he'll just like start walking off down the street.
I freeze and I don't turn because now people have pictures of me shaking hands with the shifty little halfling. And that's bad.
And
I
as
remember
quickly as
all
they
of their
come-
faces.
Oh, okay. As quickly as they come, they've scampered off again into the darkness. All right, the hero halfling of Heartholm. Exactly. Arthur's a hero. All right.
Thank you very much. Visit my stall.
Arthur and Skarut, you are headed off in search of Phil. Meanwhile, Scythian, Herta, and Violetta, you are headed off towards Scythian's home. So, where is Scythian's home, Tom? And what does it look like?
So he probably lives a bit close, not too close to the Cathedral District, that it probably got destroyed, but fairly close because he has to go back and forth every day. And it's a home that the cathedral gives to people working within. So it's a very small kind of, I suppose you could say a hovel. It's not very grand. It's probably like 2 rooms, if that. Outside, it's got a door and it's got like a window, so it's better than most probably in this city. So it's modest in city standards, but in reality, it's really rubbish. And it's quite plain because he probably lives... Well, these houses are where they could put them. They're crammed in like these streets. So, to one side probably got like a shop, and to the other side maybe like another shop or something. So it's like one of those, in the UK you get spas and there's a house literally right next to the thing and stuff. It's kind of like that. There you could probably see a single light still on inside coming through the window, and he'll approach and head to the door, and he'll turn and go, this is me. Thank you for your help.
Not a problem.
Of course. I would like to have committed the route there to memory very, very well. Do you have someone to look after you? Some family, maybe?
Oh, yeah. I've got my wife. She's probably inside.
Almost on cue, the door opens, and behind Scythian, you see a halfling woman who is quite beautiful. She's got rosy cheeks, curly hair. She's wearing simple clothing, but she almost tackles Scythian from behind.
Oh,
I heard the explosion, Scythian. Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm okay, Leanna. Thank you. I'm a little hurt. Not so tight, please. And he'll put his arm around her, and I'm fine. Are you okay?
I'm fine. It shook the house, but nothing that can't be repaired.
That's good. These two helped me out. We were going out of the Cathedral District, and we just got to the edge of it. I think anyway, they helped me. They helped me out.
As she's holding you, she kind of just draws back a moment and goes, "Why are you all wet?"
Oh, right, yeah. Well, we were crossing the bridge from the district when it went up, and the bridge kind of got destroyed, and he pulls up his brigandine. You wouldn't mind having a look at this? Would you try, repairing it? I don't suppose you could do that, could you?
What did you do? And she sort of takes it and almost like throws it inside the house and then like almost pushes past you, Siphian. Excuse me, my husband is so very rude. He hasn't introduced you.
Oh, I am Heta, Stella's daughter.
Violetta Orsonov, charmed, I'm sure.
Please, he said you helped him. Please come inside, please. I have some food. I have drinks. I have a warm fire. Please, you saved his life.
Couldn't possibly impose, really.
You wouldn't be imposing. In fact, I insist.
I was gonna shoot a glance to Hart.
I greatly appreciate your hospitality, but I have my own home to go and check on, and I've already had enough drink to satisfy for the night. So just take care of this man and call it square.
All right, but anything I can do for you for saving this idiot's life is...
Yeah.
Perhaps a rain check is in order.
Right.
Liana, was it?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Pleasure to meet you.
And you.
But yes, I have a good night, and Siphian, I hope you recover quickly and well. Good night. And she just kind of like awkwardly turns and walks away.
Thank you. Good night. And he'll come in with Liana and shut the door. And the second the door is shut, he's going to give her the biggest hug.
Yeah, and you have a very warm embrace back. Lots of smooches, and oh my god, I can't believe you almost died. That kind of generic, not generic, like the love stuff that people do. I'm a very loving, warm person. Meanwhile, coming back to the street, Violetta and Herta. Where are you two gone? What are you up to?
I mean, I think Herta would probably be going like straight back home because she's wet and it's not comfortable. And I think Violetta might make her feel unsettled, so she's just kind of like looking over her shoulder every now and then. Look, the way you talk makes her go,
There's nothing wrong with the way I talk. I just have to check my spells real quick and see if I can do something about how wet we are. I don't think there is, because this is a different system. Just kidding. So, Harta, would you like an escort home as well?
I'm fine. The silt is out of my eyes now, so I'm good. Do you need?
Oh no, I'm fine. But I insist on getting you home. You seem very tired.
Oh God, is there like an insight check in this game?
There sure is. You can do me. Yes, scrutinize test.
Excellent. I'm gonna do that.
Do I need to roll anything against it, or?
Oh, fuck
are you
me.
trying
Never
to
mind.
disguise your motivations?
No, she looks very tired, and she might want a walk home.
Are you attempting? Are you trying to like? Is there anything you're trying to do here? Are you just like laying on the charm? Or are you just simply being
laying on the
consent?
charm.
All right,
Okay,
I'm making
okay.
a charm test, which is under fellowship.
Okie dokie.
I'm real tempted to use my reroll already.
Oh my god, Angie.
That's a success. Oh, that's a critical success.
Holy fuck! Oh,
Okay,
God.
so Herta, there's something about Violetta that is just so charming.
You know, I guess some company on the walk would not be a terrible idea. So sure. You can join me, I guess.
Excellent.
Definitely not blushing.
Oh. Violetta will remember this.
Oh boy.
And she's just like awkwardly quiet as she's walking to her house because she has no idea how to do any of this.
Uh-huh.
Talking to people? What? There are no cards involved.
And I think Violetta's going to let that be comfortable in that silence and just kind of take in the surroundings and just commit the route to memory, because knowing where people live is convenient.
Uh-huh. All right. So, as Herta is escorted home, we're going to cut back across the city to Arthur and Scroot.
Right.
So how
So,
would you like to do this? Yes.
well, did you see where he was going? Maybe did he mention anyone? Any aim he was going for? Did you send him off on a certain path?
Why would I have sent him anywhere?
Oh, I don't know, trying to get rid of the prick. Oh yeah, no, Phil, it's just down there, innit, on the left.
That would have involved a elaborate lie. Not very good with that.
Don't worry, I'll teach you the tricks.
Oh,
Well-
okay. I
Let's
just
think.
planned to poison him.
Oh, well, that'll do it as well. Yeah, poison or lies, pretty much the two main ways getting rid of somebody.
What if we
let me
use
have a
both?
think. Both? What? I'll lie to him while you poison him. I can say, no, he's definitely not poisoning you, Phil.
Well, and then I pull out my garrote. So you lie to him, get him somewhere. I poison this, and then we.
Well, I mean, Phil doesn't like me very much, but he'll
So it'd
probably
be
come
easy
for a
if
drink
you-
with me if I, get him a business deal on the table, shall we say. He's usually interested in business deals. I could get him to a table with a couple of goblets. Just make sure you drop it in the right one, all right? I know we got off to a bit of a rocky start.
Oh no! I'm not going to poison you.
Oh, that's all right then. But that might work.
Especially because now I've been seen with you.
That's true. And apparently, not just me, the halfling hero of Heartholm. I mean, that's got mileage, that is. That's got mileage. I could put that on a mug. Flagons. We'll sell them at the pub. Anyway, Phil. Right.
Yes.
I'm Phil. I'm out the
Phil.
pub. I'm looking for a child. He's probably
bold.
down by the river. Or I mean, we could backtrack. We could backtrack to where we came from. Because that's where I
Okay.
lost Timmy, in theory.
Okay. Sure. Yes. Wait. So we are killing Phil, right?
I don't know anything of the sort. I am simply going to have a business conversation with a gentleman.
My dagger may be sharp, but so is your tongue. You are
Perfect pairing. Perfect
The
pairing.
halfling hero of Heartholm.
Exactly.
Indeed.
Let's just keep that. That's the public line. All right.
Yeah.
But there's
Oh,
business
yes.
to be done, and I could do with Phil off my back.
Deal.
Right.
It'd be a shame if Phil suffered in the way Cyphian almost did.
Is it? I mean,
Terrible.
it's slippy down by that river.
It is. And I'm a very, very good swimmer.
I'm not, but if I don't get in the water, I'll be fine.
Yes.
Otherwise, I'm just like the little legs.
Yeah.
Right. Let's head. Let's head to the river then, where we just came out. Phil's headed down that way.
Smart.
So
All
now I
right.
just imagine like Scrooton, like Arthur just skipping along with like what looks like must be either his carer or bodyguard. That's just like what it looks like.
Just two guys gonna kill another guy. All right. So if you're looking for Phil, make me let's have a look. Awareness test.
Okay, is this just both of us?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
So,
So I've got to beat 41 is mine.
60. Nope, that's a fail.
That's a fail as well.
Just as a
Okay.
general reminder, friends, we do have these tokens up here that you can use to re-roll if you should choose to.
Yeah, go on then.
What's
I'll
your... Yeah, go
mine's
for it.
41 I've got to beat.
Yours is better.
Try.
Oh,
We
good
really
God.
just like between 60 and 70. That's where we feel comfortable.
You know what? I'm gonna use one. Susie's gonna just ruin us anyway, so we might as well make it easier.
Rolling dice and
see.
killing henchmen. Oh God!
Today is amazing, y'all.
No, I can't. I tell you, screw it. I can't fucking see him anywhere. He's gone. He's left half arm. I heard he moved to Canada.
Why are there so many bald
Canada?
humans here? Why are there so many bald humans?
Yeah. So what's happened is, in your attempt to find Phil, you have somehow found the Bald People of Heartholm's Association annual party, and you have lost Phil. You think you've seen a glimpse of him. You've lost him in a sea of shiny heads.
I have an idea.
Yes. All right.
If Phil is looking for Timmy,
Yep.
then one of us shouts, "Oh, there you are, Timmy!" And if Phil isn't a completely deaf idiot, he'll come. Should it be you or me?
Well, I mean, I don't like to do myself down. I don't really have the height to look out across this sea of bold. So if I shout, you might be able to see one of these heads zip across, or at least look about. All I can see is kneecaps.
That's a good idea, because if I shout, then it'll be that I know what Timmy looks like, and then it's a problem.
Then yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. Okay. You shout.
ready?
I will look for the bald that responds.
All right, eyes peeled. Ah, me, mo. All right. Oh, Timmy, there you are, over there by that door. I just look up.
Okay. I don't even know what to do for this.
Roll for Phil.
We could roll for guile. I'm trying to be cunning.
Let's roll for guile.
Okay. So I'm 42, but I've got a skill ranking guile, so it would be 52.
All right. This is just a standard test too. There's no modifiers.
It's not hard. It's all right.
Oh,
Hey.
12. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So much like a customer service tannoy at a supermarket. Thanks, Charlie. Arthur shouts, "There you are, Timmy, over by that door." Now, Skaroot, I would like you to roll me an awareness test to see if you can see which person responds, if there is a response. And this is going to be standard test as well.
Nope, that's a fail.
So, Scroot, as you're watching, quite a few people turn to look because someone's just shouted, "There you are, Timmy." And someone goes, "My name's Timmy. I'm not by what?" And there's a couple of heads, much like meerkats, picking up to look around. You don't see Phil being one of these people that turns and looks.
I don't think he's here.
Shit. All right. Well,
I hate him now.
Trust me, Phil is definitely a man you want to hate. Never seen him do a decent thing in his life. I mean, we could actually find Timmy, because then if find the thing you want is trying to find, we get to Timmy first. I'm not saying we dangle him like bait, but the little shit did get me out of bed on the night of the hunt. So we could try and find Timmy, keep Timmy safe. I mean, I owe his parents a great debt, but we might be able to draw Phil to us. Just an idea.
That's Arthur, you're very smart.
Well, when you don't have stature, you got to find other ways to be, shall we say, useful.
Is that a sex thing?
Oh, it's definitely a sex thing. 100%. Oh, don't worry, I'll show. I got tips.
Just the tip, though.
Okay,
Just the tip, yeah.
wonderful. Let's go find that child.
Right. Back to the river. And Arthur will just like little sort of pomp and circumstance as he hobbles off towards basically the last time I knew I had Timmy with me.
Okay. And just as I
Susie.
begin to tend my resignation letter to encounter roleplay, Hetta, Violetta, what are you up to?
You're gonna have to give us a minute. Oh my god. Oh, I think so would probably just like after a fair bit of silence would have just like tried to look to the stars, see if the sky is still cloudy, and my headband is coming off. Oh well. And be like, so do you do you like to stargaze?
I've been known to do it a little recreationally. I'm sure you do it much better.
It's kind of my profession, so probably.
Was there anything in the stars about what happened?
You know, there was kind of. It was hard to tell tonight because, you know, the clouds and the stars, they just weren't talking through the clouds, so.
Right.
But, you know, I think they were trying to hint at something going on. But I don't think they could have actually told me, hey, guess what? The Cathedral District is going to just go up in weird cold flame.
Right, I didn't think it would be more of a direct sort of... Do they say anything now?
Is it cloudy?
Has it cleared up at all as we look up?
Yeah.
Okay, so as you look up at the sky, there's a lot of understandable light pollution happening from the fire that is currently raging in the Cathedral Ward, but it is still really overcast.
Well, I think they're saying the Cathedral District is still on fire.
Yes, I got that one as well, actually.
Yeah, they're pretty obvious today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But if you ever in the interest of getting a reading or something, you could visit me, and I could do a card reading or, you know, do like palm reading or so something for you, as thanks for tonight.
Well, that would be lovely, I think.
Wonderful. Well, this is me. You can't miss my house. You see the rickety observatory. Words. That you can't miss it. You know the little short red-headed gentleman that we were with earlier tonight?
Did he build that?
Oh yes. It's super safe.
Mm-hmm.
He told me it was to code. I don't believe him, but you know, I make do.
You know, it's not my area, but I'd be careful on that.
Yes, I'd rather spend time there than at the actual guild. But anyway, another day. That is a long story.
All right. I'll hold you to
But-
it.
Right. Well, I'm going to go get changed now. So, thank you.
You're welcome.
And she just kind of goes inside.
So, Violetta, as Heta very awkwardly shuts the door in your face, not knowing where to go or what to do, what would you like to do?
Let's see. Her place is kind of closer in near the Cathedral District, and I think so is her aunt's, but I think she would want to, despite being wet and probably uncomfortable, head towards Antoinette's place.
Okay.
And scope that out.
All right. Okay. So you head over to Antoinette's place, and Antoinette lives in the fancier end of town, as fitting a lady of her station. And you get to the garden in which you've shared many a nighttime rendezvous. You know, you've thrown many a pebble at that window from that garden. And you look, and there's no sign of life in there. There's no light coming through the windows, no movement. You can't hear anything. It is oddly quiet.
Not even the husband. I'd probably stay there for a little bit and just see if anyone showed up.
Okay,
Hoping that she would show up, but
Are you attempting to be like kind of low key in this garden? Are you being quite stealthy in there, or are you just kind of stood there like anybody?
a bit stealthy, just a bit, just a touch.
All right.
Just a hair as I
roll
pull up
me
my
a
sheet.
stealth test. It's going to be routine, which you get to add 10% to your target number. So it becomes easier because it's dark and people are kind of occupied with half of the city being on fire right now.
Yeah, my stealth is not great. My base is 40. Yikes. Come on, stealth. No.
Ooh, okay. So you are trying your best to stick to the shadows in this garden, trying to make yourself as inconspicuous as possible. But unfortunately, as people sort of begin to flood out into the streets, despite the fact that the hunt is on, this raging fire is drawing people out. And you do catch the eye of a few of the other nobles that live in this area, and they kind of give you a questioning look as you sort of stand here in this garden.
Do I recognize any that I've also slept with?
There's one or two, and there's definitely a few that look at you and then pretend they don't know you. They do that whole one pass sort of look. And it's more their entourages. They have personal guard, or they have like a seneschal, a butler with them. And one of them actually comes up to you, and this is a human man with like slicked back hair. And he's got a very hoity-toity posture. He goes, "Excuse me, may I ask what you're doing in Lady Antoinette's gardens?"
Yes, well, we did have an appointment, but seeing as everything that's happened, I wanted to make sure that she arrived safely home.
Typically, when one has an appointment, you arrive at their front door.
Perhaps we are more acquainted than you might suspect, friend.
And his chin raises and he looks down his nose at you in a very sneering sort of manner. Perhaps.
And I'll give him kind of an unimpressed once over. Do you have business with the Lady Antoinette?
I do not. Merely a
Perhaps
concerned
that's to move
neighbor.
on.
Perhaps maybe I should warn the Lady Antoinette about the... And he looks you up and down. Riff-raff in the gardens.
Well, if you see her, do tell her I'm looking for her. She's expecting me.
I won't. And then he turns on his heel and walks away.
Oh, am I gonna do something petty?
Do it!
I have to look up how it works really fast. Hold on, I'm still learning magic. What? I would never do anything weird in my life.
While Quinn is looking that up, I would like to remind folks we are 3 retweets away from another Wild Magic Surge, so get that tweet going.
So, I think this works the way I think it does. So once he turns his back, I would like to dip into my pocket and pull out a small silver thimble.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd like to cast Hush.
Okay,
On
so to
him.
cast a spell, you need to make me an incantation test to see if you are successful.
Okie do. Let me look up what that is for me. Sorry.
That's absolutely fine. It's under willpower.
Oh, I have a a rank in that. So that's a plus 10 to base, right?
That's right.
Okay, so that I need to roll below a 64.
Ooh. A 31. All right. Okay. And he has no idea this is coming. He has his back turned to you. He's walking off like he's all hot shit. So what exactly does Hush do?
So Hush, as per our lovely book, after successfully casting the spell, you immediately silence one foe and render them unable to verbally communicate whatsoever. They can successfully resist with an awareness test. And so for 6 minutes, he is incapable of speech.
Okay. All right. So you very quietly cast this spell at him, and he has his back to you. So I'm not going to have him roll that awareness test. He has no idea it's going to happen. And he walks off, and you see him just about to give someone else some shit. There's like a servant that's carrying something, and they sort of almost drop it, and you can see him. He's winding up to be an asshole, and he opens his mouth, and nothing comes out. And he's like, and he looks very distraught. He's almost gripping his throat as if to be, why is my throat not working? And the servant kind of picks up the stuff, and you can see him. They don't say anything, but they have a shit-eating grin on their face. And as he walks away with this very traumatized look on his face, you see him go whack behind his back. All right, so.
And I will sit back and just enjoy that.
Okay, so you sit back and enjoy. Scythian, back home, is there anything else you'd like to do tonight, or are you just winding down?
I'm probably just winding down. Just winding down, getting ready to do what I want to do tomorrow.
Okay. And so you actually have quite a lovely night. Liana is very attentive of you. She's fussing over you because, hey, you did almost die. And she's a bit concerned that happened. So she immediately got out your wet clothes. She got the fire going. You know, you're in some warm clothes. She's like fed you. She's given you more to drink. You're all bundled up and sent off to bed as she sort of repairs your armor for you. And you have a lovely night. I would say because of the stress of the day, you just out like that. You know, you're alive at the end of it, but you just out like a light.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's because I probably see when going into the bed, she's got books out because she's an academic. She reads and everything. She's like so there's books just everywhere all the time in the bedroom. So she's got to get through all the books, then pile them off the bed, and then falls asleep like instantaneously.
Yeah. And so as we fade away from Scythian, drifting off into a lovely sleep, we cut back once more to Arthur and Scroot in the middle of the night in this mission to find Phil. Well, first of all, find Timmy to find Phil. You have headed back to the river, is that right?
Yeah. The last place I remember that I was when I had Timmy with me, so we could have been like blown into the river. So if I remember, like the we were on when that blast happened, not necessarily against the river.
Okay, so you folks were basically, you were running across one of the bridges, like on the way out of the Cathedral District as it exploded, which launched you all into the water. So the bridge that you were on is now absolutely destroyed. Like there's a couple of pillars remaining, but there is no connection now between the Cathedral Ward and the bridge by that point. Half the bridge is collapsed. There are other bridges that will lead into the Cathedral Ward, but that one itself is done. You can see on the other bridges, there's the complement of the town guard that are kind of holding down the area, and they're letting in sort of like emergency crews, bucket brigades, strong folk from the area that are there to try and get people out. The sort of rescue operation is probably going to last for quite some time. This was a huge explosion. So even though it's night and usually things start winding down, this city, this area itself is still full of people.
So I think basically, like Arthur would at least be looking around to see if I can see anything of Timmy's, if I can see Timmy himself, just any kind of clue or sign of poor Timmy.
Poor Timmy. All right, Timmy. Roll me an awareness test.
All right. Awareness 41's the target. That's a fail.
Jay, what is going
Yes.
on?
I'm trying.
What's happening?
I'm trying. I'm very
Okay.
unaware.
All right. Well, tell you what, we'll have a little brief break to roll another wild magic surge because we just hit 30 RTs. So let me just. This one is for Quinn. I just rolled a d6. So 1 is Jay, 6 is me. So Quinn, if you wouldn't mind, are you on Fantasy Grounds? If you could just type /die 1d10,000, and we'll see what you get. All right, 3,433.
A lot of threes.
There's a lot. Oh, okay. Somehow, deep in the back of your mind, Quinn, as you watch the butler walk away with this smug look on his stupid face, you think in the back of your mind, wait, there was one other thing I learned that's incredibly petty. I could have put cockroaches down his pants. Once a week, I can summon 1d20 cockroaches. So you can just do that now. Congratulations.
It's just a thing I can do now?
Yep. Write it down.
Superb! 1d20 cockroaches.
1d20 cockroaches.
I mean, oh, okay, that's normal and fine. I would like to do that. Actually,
What, you
no.
want to do it to him right now?
No, I'm not gonna waste it.
Okay. So remember, that is once a week you can do this. All right. So, Arthur, you are looking around, and are you calling for Timmy?
Yeah, calling for him, looking for any items of clothing, and I wouldn't just stay at the bridge though. I'd be like at the bridge and then fanning out a little into the side streets to see if I can find a bit of clothing, his hat, a shoe, just anything. Probably like asking around a little bit as well, like if there's still obviously people milling. Like,
Yeah.
no, have you seen this little shit?
You get the responses like, this city's fucking full of little shits. All the kids here are little ruffians. Like, the little bastards love them. Fucking kids are today. When I was a kid, no, this room. You get that good old boomer talk, fantasy boomer talk. As you are looking around, you're calling for Timmy. Skarut, what are you doing?
I'm kind of just keeping an eye out around because I don't know what Timmy looks like, but we're probably in a place that's very suspicious and or shifty, which means people may be looking at us. I don't like that.
All right. So you all got your head on a swivel for ne'er-do-wells, people that may have a interest in you of a more sinister sort. All right.
Yes.
So roll me an awareness test to see if you can see anyone that may be acting suspicious.
Okay.
I'm just gonna do a little.
That's a 19, which is a success.
It sure is a success. So as Arthur is kind of he's walking around without really checking, or keeping his eye out for anyone that might be ill-intentioned. You see, kind of lurking in a very dark alley, some person. Maybe they seem to be paying a lot of attention to Arthur, and they have their hand on their belt as if they might be holding the hilt of something, as they're just watching him carefully.
How close is Arthur to me?
I would say Arthur's pretty close to you. Yeah, if you're sticking close together.
Yeah, I'm gonna face the opposite direction of Arthur. Arthur, there is someone watching you. Do not move. I'm going to go see what our friend wants.
And I think Arthur would know well enough what Screw is trying to do, and he'd stay facing the other way to sort of look. All right, understood. Keep your eyes in the back of your head.
And I'm
Like,
gonna go a
with
long
both
way around to this person.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Are you trying to like get behind them to surprise them, maybe?
Yes.
All right. So roll me a stealth test. I'm gonna make this a challenging, so minus 10%.
That's fine. All right. Well, I have 2 ranks in that, so then it will be with the minus 10%. It'll be a 54. I need to roll 20. All right.
Ooh. All right. So let me
Right.
just see if this fella notices anything. I rolled a 1, which is as good as it gets. I don't think I've ever rolled a 1. So you managed to get behind him, and he doesn't see you get behind him, but as you sort of creep up closer to him, he sort of calls over his shoulder, "What do you want?"
Well, you're keeping an eye on a, should I say, mark of mine. What is your
Oh,
interest?
he's yours. Look at him. Little fat earthling. I've seen him down the city. He's got
yes,
money.
he's an absolute bumbling idiot. But
Yeah.
I'm using a fish to catch a shark.
You what?
Yeah. So it's you use bait to catch something bigger. The little red fish is my bait.
What's your bigger fish then?
There's a bald person named Phil who has wronged me, and I want to take everything that he has. But if you know where he is and you can tell me, I'll split it.
And he sort of does the slow turn towards you. What's your problem with Phil?
He blamed me for something.
Did you
I don't
do it?
like being blamed. Does that matter?
Well,
And
yeah.
I smile very widely.
And
This
he
thing, no.
starts. He tightens his grip on the hilt of that blade at his belt, and he says, "Yeah, it kind of does matter."
This thing he blamed me for, not this one. It involved a child. I don't harm children.
Why not?
Because they have a chance to be better. When they've grown, they've already made their choices.
Oh, look, we've got a poet. And he steps towards you and he says, "Nah, I don't think you know who I am, do you?"
Can I hear any of this, Susie?
Yeah, I imagine so. As soon as now you are clearly paying attention to this scenario.
So
No. Okay.
Arthur will have hearing this, I've done that, just like slowly backtracking towards that alleyway. Now I know his attention's on Skaroot. And I've just taken the little catch off my flintlock pistol that's underneath my coat. And I'm now getting as close as I can behind this bloke while he's talking to Skaroot.
Okay.
Just in case.
So roll me a stealth test, and we're going to make this a routine with plus 10%, because he is kind of busy talking to Skaroot right now.
Where is this? Shows you how much I didn't build Arthur for stealth. Which section is that under?
Agility.
Stealth is
Stealth,
yeah,
40.
agility.
Okay, so I'm gonna get under 40. Oh.
All right. So you creep forward and you get right up close to this fella as he is trying to put the screws on Skaroot.
No, I don't know where you are. But I'm interested to hear.
Well, it's unlucky for you, innit? Because Phil's my brother.
I know a thing or two about family.
Well, then you know, don't you, that when some little fucker comes up saying they want to do harm to my brother.
I try to stab him
I've
with my
gotta do-
stiletto halfway through his sentence.
Oh, okay. So roll me an attack.
All right.
Damn it, I was so close to saying, talking to little fuckers.
Boom, blows fucking kneecaps
Bam.
off.
All right. That's
All right. So you pull out your blade, you swipe for his face, but he knew it was coming. He could sense. He's
Yes.
done this before. This ain't his first rodeo. He
that's fair.
whips his head back out of the way, and I would like initiative.
reroll.
That's.
Why didn't you use a reroll?
Can I still use the reroll, Susie, or is it too late? You can tell me no.
No,
It's up to
come on,
you.
I'll let you do it. I mean, it's giving me tokens, so I will let you reroll.
That's true. It's all gonna be bad no matter what happens, so let's just go for it.
You could roll a
accept
one.
But I rolled a critical success.
Kill a crit. What's
Oh,
up?
shit. Okay, so with a critical success, he is unable to parry or anything like that. So you just immediately go to your damage stage. So I would like you to roll me a 1d6 fury die and add to that your damage from your weapon.
Okay. We double check the damage for the stiletto.
It's
that's
your combat
terrifying.
bonus plus a d6.
Yeah, so it'd be your combat bonus, your CB.
Oh, it's my combat
Arthur
bonus.
absolutely doesn't
Yeah.
have a stiletto
Oh.
as well. That's
Oh,
not
plus
why
a
I know that
D6?
straight away.
Yep.
Oh, okay. So that's 4 plus 6 for 10.
So sixes explode, so roll again.
Oh, let's go.
Go again.
So that's 20 damage.
20 damage.
The room gets shit done.
Okay. All right. Stiletto. So what shit. Hang on. Okay. So
One
he
Mitchell
goes-
brother down. The very
Yeah, I was
English
gonna
reference,
say.
by the way.
It's basically it's the Mitchell brothers. Okay, so that takes him to moderately wounded. I need to roll to see if he is going to take a wound. So it is, I believe, 1d6 for moderately wounded. He does not take a wound, but he takes a wound. You hit him, but it's nothing mechanically. Okay, so poor old Mitchell brother, poor old Grant. He is moderately wounded. All right, so initiative, everybody, which is, I believe, say it, D10.
Yeah, d10 plus the initiative on your sheet.
Yeah.
Holy shit, that's
Okay, Arthur.
18 initiative for Arthur.
Fuck. Okay, that's
I hope you
18
didn't
for
want
Arthur.
this guy to be a recurring villain.
Oh,
What for Skarut?
so that's a 12.
That's a 12. Okay. And Skarut is there at the bottom. Okay, Arthur, first up. Grant Mitchell has just been slashed across the face. It's like, oh, my fucking face! Oh.
So, I have it's just a mechanics question.
Uh-huh.
Arthur will want to essentially try to be cunning more than violent
Yeah.
and try and talk it down to end this fight. It just depends whether that comes under guile or not, because then I
would
have
say so.
related skills. Okay, so in which case, what social class is Grant Mitchell?
He is like low born.
Okay, so he wouldn't be Burger. He would be lowborn.
No. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So in that case, I will definitely try. So I think what you'll feel is he gets this slash, and then he'll just feel Arthur's flintlock pistol in the small of his back.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry if this is wrong, Susie, but it's canon now. Oh, hello, Grant. I see you've met my friend. Now, how about we all stop being very silly? I'll put this lovely pistol in the small of your back away. My friend here puts his blade away. And you fuck off and find your brother and tell him to leave Timmy the fuck alone. And then you can walk out of here almost as pretty as you came in.
I love it. All right, roll me that guile test.
So for mine, I have a skill on this. So my base is 42, plus a skill rank up to 52, and I have the forked tongue. When I attempt to deceive someone of a social class other than my own, I gain plus 20% base chance to guile. So essentially 42, 52, 62, 72 is the target.
Fucking hell. All right.
He's worthy. He's worthy.
He is. Nah, yeah. I mean,
Oh God, I needed it.
all right. Okay. So I'm gonna roll for him to see if he has his wits about him to not escalate the situation, or if the red mist has descended. So let me do like a let's do fellowship for old Grant. It's not great. Alright, so he puts his hands up. Alright. 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 I won't.
Here's a smart boy. Now, what was the message to your brother?
We gotta leave Timmy alone.
That's it. I knew you were the most intelligent out of the two of you. You got the
Yeah.
brains and the looks.
May I make a request?
What?
If you mention me, I will put you to sleep forever. And I won't miss next time.
As you lean in and say that, he spits the blood from his face onto your face. He says, "You better hope I don't fucking see you again, mate, because you are fucking dead."
I take it and I put it on my stiletto and sheath it. I'll put it there so my blade remembers what you taste like.
You fucking creepo. Arthur, your friends are fucking weird, mate. And he scarpers off.
Useful.
He
Darling.
scarpers off into the darkness, clutching his face, and you hear him sort of crying to himself as he does.
Fucking
That
hell,
was my
Screw.
money maker. It was.
That was fun. We should do this
Yeah,
more
it was.
often.
Just remind me later. We'll have a little chat about a word I call de-escalation. All right.
Oh, that's when you push him off a building.
We'll go over it. Don't worry. I'll draw it out. We'll do a map. But I think this might
Ooh,
work.
good. Therefore, yeah, I think you might be right.
So it does leave us in a little quandary. It looks like Timmy's probably all right. Phil may not bother us. Depends how fussed you
Why
are.
didn't we kill him? I mean, why didn't
kill
we
him?
not kill him?
Why didn't we not? Hang on, mate. That's far too an intelligent a sentence for me.
Why did we not kill him?
Why did we not kill him? Now you see, Grant. This is what'll happen next. This is the way politics tends to happen around with those Muppets. Grant now tells Phil. Phil gets all pissy, and then Phil comes to have a chat with me. I end up doing a deal with Phil to keep him quiet and keep Grant happy, and then I've got a little bit of in with their crime boss, who is much more intelligent and businesslike and does all sorts of understage dealings. Basically, they're more useful to me alive than they are with the heat they bring when they're dead. Capiche? All right,
No,
wonderful.
but all right, sure.
So, If Phil's got any brains, which he barely does, he'll leave Timmy alone. So I think we might be done.
You realize you said to leave Timmy alone, not you.
Yeah, well, Timmy might be taller than me, but he's just a child. I can handle myself.
Okay,
I'm not
if I'm
completely
around you,
heartless,
they'll come
you know?
back, and that means I get to stab someone else. That's fine.
That's true. We get time for round 2.
I need another stiletto.
I need another
One
drink.
for each. We can do both. Let's go, Arthur.
All right. I think we're going back to the pub. Get a drink now. Well, our
All right.
work's done.
I'm not entirely sure when this turned into EastEnders, but I'm glad that it did. Okay, so you head out and grab yourself another round of pints for the night. Okay, so I want to just kind of time skip the rest of this night into the following morning. Where do you find yourselves?
I'm just
We'll
following
start.
Arthur.
All right, we'll start with Arthur and Screw. That's who we left last.
In my head, I think we're probably still at the pub.
You wake up on a bench at the pub.
Now, like
we're
Arthur's
probably
just like, now
pretty
listen,
drunk.
Screw, all right? He's got to tell you. I've got to tell you. Yeah. That's the
How did you
wisdom.
get so tiny?
I didn't
Did they,
get
like-
tiny.
Push down over and over.
Look, it's right. I didn't get tiny.
Yeah.
I'm 4'3". I'm a
Yeah.
fucking giant for an half. How did you? Why are you so tall? You got. I feel like you've got an excess of height. Like that's
Did
too
you
tall,
know
isn't it?
demons are real?
Don't fucking mention demons. All right.
Okay. Arthur.
What?
Yeah. How much did we drink last night?
Zooms out and there's just a table there's not a square. There's not a spare bit of wood on it. It's just all covered in glasses.
Yep.
About 3 pints. I'm sure. Yeah, these aren't all. It's fine.
Ugh. Do you think? Do you think there's? Did we ever get Phil's brother's name?
Oh yeah, I know. I know those brothers.
Arthur.
That was what?
I have an idea.
Okay.
If we don't want to kill them,
Yep.
we can see if they have a sister and we marry her. So then we're brothers because they were talking about family. Family.
Well, hang on. One of us marries a Mitchell sister.
Yeah.
I'm not the marrying type. I'll be honest.
Me neither.
Are you? I've found a fatal flaw in this plan, my friend.
Yes.
What about? Hang on.
Mm.
No. What about? No, that won't work.
We could.
No, that won't.
Mm.
No. Hang on. That bloke we met last night with his heavy armor. He's the
Yeah.
marrying type.
Mm.
And he, I reckon
We
we could
know
try to
what-
convince him.
we go
Yeah.
find Hair, whatever her name is, and she'll
Hannah?
make that one. Yes, she'll make she'll make a wedding star thing, maybe.
Well, can't we just? What? Hang on. Couldn't we? Hang on. If instead of getting Armor Boy to marry his sister, we could get Etna to marry Phil.
Yeah, and we can get Violetta to sleep with him, and then he cheated, so they have to get divorced, and then he's ruined.
I like it. And that's
Yeah.
it. Etna takes all his money in the divorce. We can set up
And I
some
get the
kind of.
pistol.
You get the pistol. We'll put it in the prenup. I've
Why
got
didn't we
a
do this
wonderful. Hang on. I've got right. And Arthur like leans in, like brings out his little scruff bag and start bringing out papers and a quill. He's like, right, hang on. I'll draw up a prenup right now. Hang on. I got the stamps and everything.
Genius.
And yeah, I think we sit there for a while. drawing up more bullshit.
Poor fucking livers.
We've had a rough night, all right? We needed drinks.
Look, everybody processes trauma differently. We're not gonna judge them. So as Arthur and Scroot construct this ironclad plan of marriage, betrayal, double-crossing, prenups, and the courtroom, we cut back to Scythian. You're muted, Tom.
I know. I don't know. Fuck, it happened.
Correct.
I don't know how I'm gonna follow that, but okay. I mean,
So you awake,
mm.
and Liana is not there.
Okay. He's gonna head up, and he's gonna head into the next room. She's still not there.
She is nowhere to be found in the house.
Huh. It's not like her. Huh. Well, maybe she had to go somewhere. All right. And he's gonna go get himself some, like bread and cheese, and just have a simple breakfast, get some food in him. And once he's done that, he's going to put on some clothes on the brigandine again, get some put the armor back on, sword, get his spear shield and sling it over his shoulder, and he's gonna head out. And he's going to head not too far and check on Alex's house. See if
Okay.
food there.
So as you slide on your shield, you feel like you sort of hear the crinkling of paper in sort of like the padded arm
Yeah.
grippy bit. Technical terms here. And there's a little note sticking out.
I'll take it, open it up, and have a read.
It says, "Figured you'd need this. You didn't come home with your old one. I've just gone out to help."
He'll smile, and he'll take the piece of paper and he'll put it in his brigandine near his chest right there and tap it down, and and then head out.
Okay, so you head out to Alex's place, which isn't that far away. They keep all the temple guards kind of in the same sort of area. It's kind of like a little, almost like a mini district of its own, like the temple has a sort of zone, and there's a bunch of residences there. As you get there, you can see Alex's wife. Name is Gabe. Give me a name.
Just random name?
Random name.
Kavari.
Kavari. Okay, and you see Alex's wife, Kavari, and she is kind of just getting ready for the day, like she's throwing open the shutters and opening the door to get some air and light into the place.
As I see her do that, I'm gonna hold up my hand. Kavari, and he's gonna kind of slowly jog over there. Have you seen Alex?
No, I haven't. I thought she would have been with you, with the temple. I heard what happened, and
she was. Yeah, she was. We were escorting people out of the temple when the explosion happened. She was in front of me, so I thought she would have got out fine. I mean, I got out okay. She didn't come home?
No, I thought she maybe was staying out to help with the rescue operation, or that she'd be with you at the temple or something.
No, I was too badly hurt to help out. It's possible she's still out there helping, okay? I was blown clear. Just relax. I'll go check out and try and find her, okay?
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. I'll be back later to let you know.
Please do.
And he's gonna head straight to the riverside, with around the temple, and his objective now is to look for Alex, with the helping, talk around with other guards, other people there, see if they've seen Alex. Even if it's like pulling her body out of the, at least he'll know then, so that's what he's gonna do.
So you head down to the riverbank, to the bridges, and you start asking around to see if anybody has seen Alex. And you don't really get any sort of affirmatives from anybody. They say, you know, they pulled a lot of bodies out of the river. She might be in them. And they like gesture towards a pile, and it's a horrible sight to behold, really, just these bodies just piled before they've had a chance to be sort of laid out and identified. And you look through each of them, and you see faces of people you know. You see worshippers of the temple, you see merchants, people of all ages, of all sort of backgrounds here. People you pass in the street every single day, but you don't see Alex.
Okay. He'll pause for a minute, and every single person he recognizes, anger just slowly builds up and builds up and builds up. And there's a sort of kind of there's a relief that she's not among the bodies, so there's still hope. But inside, he's still just almost like heartbroken that all these people are just full of rage, and I swear I'll find out who did this. And he'll kind of try and think where she could go, or where would she go in a situation like this. So the only other place he can think of, she was one of the wounded. So he's going to start going to field hospitals and inns to see if she went into one of those.
Yeah, and so you ask, you know, there's the guards that are there, like sort of protecting these bodies and guiding people and to people, you know, so they could identify loved ones or keep away those that would try to profit from the bodies. You know, the people that would pick over the corpses for jewelry or clothing. And they sort of gesture further up the riverbank towards where the tavern was that you were at last night, as that whole sort of street has become like one huge field hospital.
Okay, he's gonna go through every single bed, every single person. He doesn't care how long it's gonna take. He's gonna check every single one to see if Alex is there.
And so you head up and you ask the people that are sort of working here, staffing it. You see the same doctor that you inspected you last night, and he asks how you're doing, if there's any residual pain, if anything has changed about your wound. He checks you over.
I'm in constant pain, Doc. Constant pain. But it's not important right now. You haven't seen someone who was dressed like me when I came in. You know, a woman, probably, she's probably a bit taller than me, definitely a lot stronger than me. She come in, see anyone like that?
I've not seen anyone like that, I'm sorry.
All right, well, thanks for...
Maybe you should try up the road at the tavern. I know there's a lot of walking wounded there. Maybe she's wanted in there.
All right, I'll do that. I'll do it. Thank you, Doctor. Thank you. And he'll tap him on the shoulder and then head up. Like, he's now at a brisker pace now. He's been doing this for a bit, and now he's starting. It's more urgency now. He's like, well, if I do this quicker, I'll be able to find her quicker and search more places. So he's in that kind of state of mind now.
All right, and as you head up, you hear the sounds of joyous plotting as Arthur and Skarut are kind of sat in a window seat, absolutely blasted. And as you walk in and see them at the table, we're just going to briefly cut away to Violetta. So, Violetta, the night passed, and you're not entirely sure when it did, because you wake up in the garden, sort of dew coating you. You feel slightly damp as you wake up in the morning.
Delightful. Any signs of life in the house?
You can hear the sound of movement inside the house.
I will go around to the front door and knock like a peasant.
All right.
Like
So
I'm
you
not
knock,
used to doing.
and you're waiting a couple of moments before the door opens, and you see Antoinette's husband. What does Antoinette's husband look like?
I think he's fairly attractive. Really killer jawline. But also you can tell he's never worked a day in his life.
Mm-hmm.
I like to think he's a little bit shorter than me.
Mm-hmm.
Like sort of annoyingly blonde hair, you know.
Annoyingly blonde, yeah.
Annoyingly blonde. Just casual. And he has a name, I'm sure.
Hey Jay, give us a name for this annoyingly blonde, handsome man with a killer jawline.
Inastor. I've got the spell
Inastor.
wrong. Inastor. Enastor. Inastor.
Inastor. I like it. That sounds very poncy and noble.
Mm-hmm.
Does he know you, Violetta?
I'm sure we've met.
And he takes a moment as he opens the door. Violetta.
Ernesto, it's good to see you. Forced smile. Like, because acquaintances. How did you fare? Were you at the palace last night during the explosion?
No, unfortunately, Antoinette didn't meet me. And I didn't quite fancy going to the party alone.
Oh, that... Is she here?
No, she didn't come home.
Oh.
I figured she was lost in a salon again with her books. You know how she is.
Oh, yes. Well, perhaps she's there. I'll check one of those. I, borrowed a book a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, have you come to return it?
I had, but I just realized I left without it, so I'll have to go back home and get it.
Silly goose.
I know, it's... You know me!
Oh.
Oh... Yeah! But yes, I'll let her know that you're looking for her? You're not looking for her. Never mind, I didn't say that. I'll keep an eye out for her.
All right, thank you. And you must come join us for tea someday.
Oh, absolutely. I would never say no to tea. Not with the two.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, I won't keep you any longer. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Yes, you too. Just turn and go.
And is that really, like, awkward? I don't really know you. I'm trying to be nice. Smile. Quite, as he shuts the door.
Yep. And yep. So then I probably... I would head to the usual salon, which I assume is in a state. Considering what our doctor friend said, and I am assuming that our doctor friend is not the only one who has had those thoughts.
So you head out to find your closest salon, and I like to believe this is like almost like a Prohibition era sort of speakeasy that's disguised behind another sort of store, perhaps maybe like a bookstore that has this like secretive sort of the private rooms. And as you arrive inside and you ask to go to the private rooms, the person behind the counter, they look at you and they say, I'm terribly sorry, but they are unavailable today.
Unavailable as in closed, or...
Unavailable as in unavailable.
Do I recognize this person?
They are someone who has been working here for some time. You've had interactions with them from time to time. They're not like a member of the salon. They're not someone who studies there or like partakes in any of the activities. But they're definitely somebody who knows what goes on in there.
Okay. In that case, I'll kind of glance around the store and just sort of lean in and meet their gaze very intently and go, I don't believe you heard me the first time. I need to get back into the private rooms, please.
I'm terribly sorry, but as I said, they are unavailable by request of the owner. You do not have an invitation.
Can I roll to intimidate?
Absolutely. I believe that is a skill that you can attempt to do. So that is
It
it is under brawn.
Mm-hmm.
So
Which is
let's
not
have this
terrible.
intimidation test.
And I have a skill rank in that.
Oh
So-
shit. Okay.
So it's a 57 is our target.
All right.
And
42.
I have I have menacing demeanor.
Okay.
So when you succeed in an intimidate test, you inflict 1d10 plus 1 mental peril.
Okay.
And I'm not entirely sure what that means. But I
Okay,
have it.
all right. All right. So roll me a d10.
Okay. Oh, no, come over here, little buddy. There you go. That's a 10.
Holy shit! Okay. You have intimidated them so much that they now, in mechanical terms, ignore one skill rank on every test they do.
Oh, did I do that? Oops.
So, this person, they are holding a teacup as they are they're getting a cup of tea ready for a customer in this sort of, it's like a tea bookshop. And they're like preparing an order as they're also sassing you. But as you sort of lean over and you intimidate them, they drop the cup. And it's the fine bone china. And as it lands, it smashes both the cup and the saucer. And it just all shatters all over them. And they sort of, all right, I will speak to them on your behalf. Who may I say would like entrance to the private rooms?
Violetta Orsanov.
And they nod and head into the back through like a curtain. And you stood there for quite some time as the other patrons are sort of looking at you very questioningly as your voice raised just a little bit. And with the smashing of the teacup, it's drawn quite some attention. And there's somebody there that looks pissed off that they haven't received their cup of tea yet. But nonetheless, for all intents and purposes, medieval barista comes back through and they say, I asked on your behalf, but the management said it was a closed party. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I tried.
I'm gonna lean in just a little bit closer. And why don't you be a dear and tell one of them to come and say that to my face?
And give you this look of like, please don't do this to me. There's a pleading look in their face. And I'm actually going to make a charm test on their behalf
Okay.
to try and give you the puppy dog eyes. Please don't. Okay, so let me think of some stats for them real quick. Just 1 second. But they lost a skill rank because of intimidation. Okay, so they fix you with this expression of like, please, I'm just working here. Please don't be mean to me. Like, this is horrible. But it kind of falls flat after their initial snootiness. There's just something there that doesn't quite connect with that sort of expression.
Mm-hmm.
And they again just look at you. Right, I will, okay. And they take a deep breath and head again once more through the curtain. And this time you hear shouting on the other side. And it is a raised voice of a what appears to be a man's voice. You know this to be the voice of the man who owns this establishment. And the curtain swishes back and he strides through, and he is a human male, quite advanced in years, sort of like black hair that's graying at the temples, and he's wearing, it looks like finery, like finery you would wear to a ball or something. And it is sort of like a really nice sort of like black deal with a cravat. And he has a he's wearing like a pendant on his breast of 3 black feathers with what appears to be a bird skull. I hear you're demanding entry into my establishment.
Well, I am a regular, so it is alarming and rather hurtful that I haven't received my invitation for the day, Maxwell.
Well, my apologies, but this is a private party, as you have been told already.
Which I assume I am privy to.
No, you are not. There are powers here, Violetta, that you do not understand. People you are not privy to, despite the fact that you think you are.
Well, then perhaps it's time you introduce me.
And perhaps it's time I'm not.
What sort of favor can I do for you, Maxwell?
Oh, Violetta, I want nothing from you.
You wouldn't want any information about someone who is potentially first-hand afflicted by whatever's caused this tragedy, would you?
Ah, yes, the great tragedy. Yes, tragic, wasn't it? Awful thing that happened.
Horrific. What if I, had a little bit of information about, someone with a rather peculiar wound?
Why would you think a peculiar wound would interest me?
I think its sources, maybe, a private matter.
Ah. I would like you to roll me a scrutinize test, so you can read this man's expression.
Goody. Where are you? Oh, I'm not great at that. Fantasy grounds. Where did you go? Nope. Come here. I would like to use a reroll token.
Go for it.
Nope, not a D10. Come here, you little fucker. All right. No whammies. No whammies. No whammies.
Ooh.
That is a success.
A success. Okay, so as he's giving you the old stink eye, the haughty I'm better than you look, and he smiles as you say the source of what happened, there's something there to his face. There's a smugness that suggests that maybe he knows more than he's letting on.
Do I recognize that pendant.
Roll me a folklore test.
Oh, okay. I think I have a rank in that. One day I will have my character sheet up all the time. One day I will know where things are. I do, so that's a 61 base. That's a 2.
2. Okay. That's a really fucking good roll. Oh, where was the thing? I literally had the thing. I had the page and I closed it. You know this to be the symbol of, especially with your research, as it were. You know this to be the symbol of one of the great demon princes. This belongs to the demon prince of change, I believe. Yes.
So I would probably make that connection with his expression and with that. Maxwell, I do rather think it's time for me to meet your friends and kind of nod to the pendant.
I have a test for you, Violetta. Bring me that unfortunate marked soul, and then I will allow you to meet my friends.
Gladly. Shake on it, and I'll extend a hand.
And he looks at you for a second like your hand is literally made of shit before he takes it and shakes it.
Oh, that's unfortunate, because I also have Vow of Fealty. Let's see how it works. So it's a willing person, but he is technically willing by offering to shake my hand, maybe? Question mark?
I guess so, yeah.
Okay, let's roll an incantation. I'm learning things.
That's an 85.
Would people hate me if I used a reroll?
So we've used 3 already. So if you use 1, there would be 2 left. And we still have an hour to go.
Everything is gonna go bad anyways. You might as well.
Go big and go home.
I would like to use a reroll test, please.
All right, go for it.
What is it again? Hold on. Let me look.
It's
For
okay,
incantation. Nope, I needed a 64.
Oh, okay. So he almost feels it as you attempt to make the you need to flip forward, Charlie. He almost feels that magical effect as you shake his hand, and he goes, "Oh, Violetta. That's adorable."
Didn't get much sleep last night, you know how it is.
To you sleeping on benches again.
It was a nice bench.
Oh, I'm sure it was. Antoinette's, was it?
I'm not quite sure what you're referring to.
No, I'm sure you aren't sure. We are, though. Bring me the man, and I'll talk to you more. Take care.
Ta.
He sort of haughtily swans back off into the curtain. And you find yourself once more on the streets of Heartholm. Where would you like to go?
Probably back towards Scythian's neighborhood area, and is the pub in that vicinity, maybe?
Yeah, in fact, I would say we can even fudge timelines a little bit, that you can see Scythian already on his way out towards the sort of pubs street as you sort of make your way to where Scythian lives.
Scythian! Good morning.
Oh, good morning, Violet. Did you have a good night?
Oh, I've had better. How are you feeling?
Huh? Oh, yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm just busy, looking for a friend. That's all.
Does this still, and I'm not gonna touch his, but I'll gesture my own scar. Does it still ail you?
Yeah, it hurts. It really hurts.
Scythian, I'll take a couple steps closer to you. I know someone who might be a little more expertised than the doctor you spoke to yesterday, and I'd be happy to introduce you, and maybe he'd be able to help you out with the healing process a bit.
Was this person a doctor or something, is it?
Yes.
Well,
Something.
This very okay. Maybe when I found the person I'm looking for, I'll consider it. But I really, and he's kind of like walking as he's talking. I really gotta find this person.
We wouldn't want it to get any worse, though, now would we? I'll kind of quicken my step to fall in with his.
He's kind of like, oh, don't worry, it'll be fine. It just hurts. It's not doing anything. I've really just got to find this person.
Well, I suppose two sets of eyes are better than one. So if you don't mind, I'll accompany you.
Yeah, sure. You're more than welcome. She was wearing kind of like the same as I was. She was really tall. Very strong woman. She's called Alex. You probably couldn't miss her. You really couldn't. I thought I'd check out the tavern over here, so she might be in there, one of the injured.
Yes, let's do that, and I'll kind of link arms with him and quicken the pace even more.
I mean, the second you link arms, he stiffens up. He's like, sure, okay. Right.
We're best chums now, Scythian.
I love how this episode has just been a series of individual buddy cop dramas, and each one's terrible. All right, and so Scythian and Violetta make their way to the tavern. We cut to Herta.
I think she probably stayed up all night, probably preparing a magic circle in her tower, just because shit's going down. So she's like, I just want to be safe. But afterwards, she might have gotten like 2 hours of sleep and then woke up to do some card reading because the stars have been unreliable.
Okay. So is there a sort of check you need to do for your card reading?
I believe card reading is under... Where did it go? Oh my goodness, I had it. Education, probably?
All right. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that one test.
So... Boink. Wow.
Oh!
Wow.
What are the rolls tonight, friends?
Shit. You know what? I'm going to use the last reroll because fuck it, I haven't used one. So that was just terrible. Please be better. That's better. And that will be a success. I needed a 44.
Oh, tradecraft would be the one, right?
Oh, is it tradecraft?
Yeah.
Oh, well, 48 then. So.
Oh, you nailed it. All right.
Yeah.
So you do your reading of the cards, and they speak to you like cryptically usually, and this time they're giving you messages that you should connect and friendship, and like doom and omens. It's kind of vague.
Mm-hmm. Somehow I get the feeling this is connected to the group I was with last night. Well, I'm fairly certain that I might know where they might be. And she'll draw like another card to see if she can find out if she's right about it, like if it has something to do with like booze or whatever.
Yeah.
Do you want me to
So
roll
you
another
draw.
trait?
No, I'm just gonna say this one narratively.
Okay.
You draw a card, and it's the Fool, and the Fool is just a drunken man surrounded by cups.
Good to
And
know
then-
my gut instincts are still good. So she will leave her tower and make her way to the 14th, because that's where they were last night.
Mm-hmm. And so you all once again arrive at the 14th. Arthur and Skarut, you still drinking, still going, see Scythian and Violetta move in to the tavern.
Oh, the
Hey!
timing is perfect. We were
What's up,
talking
my
about
boy?
you.
Ah,
Yeah.
I'm a boy.
Oh
Come on,
my
have
gosh,
it.
they both have scars.
Hang it. Wait. That's the mirror, isn't it? That's the same person. Is that new?
Violetta is Scythian.
Have you two been here all night?
The
Might have
final
been.
night.
What's of it? A man can have a drink if he wants to have a drink.
Yeah,
I
what
was-
of it? A man can't have a drink.
Ugh.
Siphon's
Oh
going
my
to kind
God,
of
the
just wander
frat
off and look around the tavern. He's busy. His mind is singular focused.
All right. So roll me an awareness test.
Can I assist in looking for Alex?
You sure can. With your assist, we'll make it a easy test plus 20%.
Ooh, 60. I need.
Because it's not a
Of course,
great
I
tavern.
get 78, of course, but you know, fucking hell. That's my first fucking roll.
So once again, Scythian, you ask around, you look at the people, you know, those that are bandaged up, those that are sort of sat in groups, those in sort of makeshift beds upstairs in the tavern. You look around, you ask around, no one has seen or heard from Alex.
God damn it. Okay. Right, okay. And he's going to try to start to head out the door.
Wait.
What,
Where
what?
are you going?
I'm going to find my friend.
But is it Timmy?
No, it's... Who's Timmy?
Oh my
What do you
god.
mean? Who's Hey, watch it. Timmy
You
is
forgot
very
Timmy!
He's a very
What?
important person to me. Right, we've done things, me and him. Right, tonight, yesterday, maybe.
Look,
Hang on. Keep him safe. Don't you speak ill of Timmy.
I'm sorry, I just don't know who Timmy is. Is he like a relative to one of you? I don't.
It's a
He's my
child.
friend.
We lost him.
You've got a child friend.
No, he's not. He's not.
I mean, he's
well,
like
yes.
child sized. It's not that weird.
No,
He
it's
comes to my
kind of
school.
weird, Scroot.
He tries to help me out, right? He was stuck last night. I went to the temple to save him. Bing, bang, boom. We wake up, he's not there. All right, that's Timmy.
Oh, right.
Just a
okay.
kid.
Who are you
I-
looking for?
I'm looking for my fellow guard, Alex. Look, I'm going to be looking around this place until I find her. Just if you can give me a quick description of what Timmy looks like, maybe I can find him in one of the places.
Well, he's about my height,
Right.
right? Yeah. What was he look? How clean was he last night? Yeah, right. He's got like jet black hair, sort of a bit of a muddy face because he
Right.
don't wash, right?
Yeah.
Scrappy rags. He had like just a white shirt on with like a couple of rips on it. Them like baggy pants just tied up. He's just got a bit of a string for a belt that he just ties
Right.
up in a little knot because his mum and dad, right? They ain't that good in business. They can't afford.
All right,
a cotton
Arthur,
belt.
you are literally just
Yes.
describing any of the street urchins in this entire city. I'm gonna need some, maybe a scar, birthmark, color eyes, and you know.
Scar? He's like 7. He ain't got any scars. He's just stabbing anybody.
Or what about eye color?
Eye color. You got blue eyes.
Blue eyes.
Answers to Timmy. That'll do it.
Cheers. Yeah, I'll get right on that. I'll have a look around, Arthur. Okay, I'll have.
What does Alex look like?
Alex? Well, she's taller than me, very broad. She's probably wearing the same uniform that I was yesterday. She has kind of shoulder-length black hair. She's got brown eyes, good jawline. Yeah, you seen her?
Susie, did I see Alex when I was in that like situation with the giant dog
Yeah,
initially?
you did. Yeah, you would have done. She was guarding the front.
Oh, I know what Alex looked like.
Did you see her?
I saw her when I saw the dog. Have I seen Alex at all in like the circumstances when I was running around with Arthur?
You have not.
No, I have not seen it.
Oh, right. Well, thanks.
But
thanks
she's
anyway.
probably safer than the child. Do you like Alex?
She's my friend.
That's not a yes or no.
Of course, I like Alex. I made a promise to her wife that I would find her, so I'm gonna keep that promise.
Oh,
Yes, and
Okay.
I think that I would very much like to assist you in this noble cause, Siphon. So
I lean over to
Right.
Arthur.
Thank you.
Vieta was in a lot of houses that I was stealing from, and it was very strange. I didn't understand it.
What you think she owns a lot of houses?
I think she sleeps and steals from a lot of people.
Is this about the time that I've shown up, by the way?
Yeah, you walk in just as this is happening. Yeah.
I think
Suddenly
Arthur
just like
just-
looking at Violetta.
was that loud enough for me to hear, Skaroo?
Probably. I'm drunk.
Yeah. I'm not going to acknowledge you.
Oh, what?
Right.
Oh, okay. I see how it is. So what happened before was I didn't acknowledge Violetta, and now Violetta's grumpy because I'm acknowledging Violetta. But
do you know what that is? Do you know what that is, my brother?
what?
It's rude.
That is
Right.
rude.
It's rude.
And I stand up, Violetta. Why
Yes,
did you
darling.
never hit on me when I was in the houses?
Have you all been here all night?
Would you have
Yes.
liked me to hit on you when you were in their houses?
I don't. I look at Arthur. I didn't expect to get this far.
Just all right. If I know, right, hang on. I know how to do this. Right, just whatever they say, just like nod and agree. That's how you do it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And what would you have done if I had hit on you?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't know, it's
Siphon,
not
what
a
is
yes,
going
yeah.
on?
Why
I
are you
don't.
shaking
I,
your head?
I
That's
don't
not a yes
know.
on a question. I don't know the answer.
Oh.
I deal with silks, mate, not women. I don't know.
I
Then
did-
you're not dealing with a woman then,
Oh right. Okay.
Right, I'm gonna leave this
nod.
with you. I've
Nod.
got something to do. Okay.
No,
and he's just
right.
gonna.
Siphon,
Yes.
hang on, right. Siphon, come here, buddy. Come here, right,
Oh,
right.
We'll,
here,
we'll
come
help
on.
you. It's a group effort.
Arthur's gonna drop down off the table, like run to like the nearest bench in the middle of the tavern that he can find, and like climb up on the table. Ladies, gentlemen, people of the tavern, Arthur, hello, halfling hero, might have. All right, I was expecting a little applause. Let's moving on. Snow and Bolt.
Yeah!
Thank
Arthur!
Very dear friend of mine. Siphon, come up here. Come on up. Come on. He's lost a very dear friend.
I'd
right?
rather not,
He's
Arthur.
going to tell you what they look like. I want to know who's seen them and where. Siphon, it's yours. Floor's yours.
Oh my god.
Tell the people what they need to know, and we'll find them straight away.
Well, I'm looking for a temple guard. She's dressed like me. Name's Alex. She's tall. Are you sure, Arthur? I don't think this is right, Arthur. I've already checked this place. I don't think they're gonna be here.
No, well, we're going to tie up all the loose ends, right? And then we know that they're not here. We can close the door and move on.
Right. Okay. Tall, shoulder length, black hair, brown eyes, strong, good jaw. Anyone seen her?
And you're met
Anyone?
with sort of blank stares and shrugs from the general sort of people gathered there. You get a couple of like, I'm sorry, I haven't seen it, sorry, mate, sorry,
Yeah.
But you don't get a response about anyone who has seen her, unfortunately.
Thanks for the effort, Arthur. But I'm gonna go keep looking. But thank you. And he's gonna start heading to the door.
And I will follow closely.
I think
Okay.
Arthur will just go, I want you all to think about what you've done. And climb down off the table. And he's gonna toddle after Siphon. Right, hey, Screw, you come in, right? Another person in need. Let's do our stuff.
And I pick up
Okay.
someone else's drink and down it. And then I go.
Right. Because Arthur and Skarut are absolutely blasted, I would both like you to make me toughness
Oh, no.
tests. And this is going to be hard at minus 20%.
Oh, who wants to know what my
Because-
target is?
That's not happening.
10%.
Yeah, I'm looking for anything under 8.
I'm
I
looking
believe.
for 23.
I believe.
Come on. I mean, I don't know if Susie wants to deal with that before I roll.
Oh my god! Go ahead and roll, Jay. Go ahead and
Okay.
roll.
Oh, no, yeah.
Okay, so dice powered rolls, narratively perfect. Gabe got as bad as it gets. Okay, I would like you to roll me 3d10, please, Gabe.
All right. A perfect 10.
A perfect 10. So that is peril. So 10 peril. If that bumps you past one of your thresholds, then you move down a level.
Ooh, got close. Got real close. Real
Okay.
close.
And same for you, Jay. Roll me 3d10.
Oh, center, there we go.
That's a 13. Does that move you
this
down
is-
on your peril?
This is peril, isn't it? Does it have, is it equal to and above will do it?
I believe so.
Okay, so I think, let me just double check. 3 plus willpower bonus is 7 plus 6. Yeah, it's just equal to my first threshold.
Oof. Okay, so you move down one on the peril tracker.
Alrighty.
You are quite intoxicated.
I
Do
feel
you
like
two need help.
I almost started like passing out, but then woke up and caught myself like mid-step.
Uh-huh.
And I think Arthur just like went to step down off the bench, and because he's a halfling and this pub's not built for him, he got one of his feet just stuck in between the slats on the table.
Did
Bam!
you just eat shit?
I just completely just ate pavement. Just ate
Like
pavement.
a little sack of potatoes, he just poof.
I'm gonna pick him
gonna
up.
reach down and help pick him up.
Yeah,
All right,
there's a
so
light
I'm gonna
applause.
cradle him. I'm gonna cradle him like a child.
Oh,
This is my son.
I'm
Don't laugh at my son. I'm gonna walk out there with like
You're so
definitely
strong.
gonna help Skarut and Arthur try to stay on Skarut's feet.
See, we have matching hair. This is my son.
And I'd imagine I'll just like be patting Skarut's like chest, like, oh, thank you so much.
Oh, the card I drew for you two was so perfect.
You drew us
I
a card.
thought you had
Yeah,
stars.
Stars are what power it basically, but I also draw cards, and for you two, I think that is why I got the fool.
Oh,
That's the
wow,
hard
hang
one,
on.
That's the hair one.
No, No, I think she just called us like idiots.
No, the fool it's the start of a new adventure.
Oh,
It's
all
the
right.
start of beginnings, and you're beginning to. No,
I mean, I'll be honest, Pet, I've never known your card readings to be that accurate. That's why you got half price, isn't it?
I accidentally dropped Arthur from laughing.
Once again, Arthur, like a little sack of potatoes, on the ground.
Oh. I mean, don't take it personally. You make a good living, and apparently you're getting better. We can do a deal. It's fine.
Sure, I'll do a reading for you later.
Okay. Oh. Right, hang on. Right. Siphon. We gotta find enough of this mucking about, the rest of you. Right? We got serious now. Look at him, he's distraught. Let's find Alex. Is it Alex? Alex.
Yeah.
Right. Let's find them.
At this moment, I think Siphon's gone through every single place he can think of.
Mhm.
So he's just looking around for somewhere quiet.
Okay.
I know. Good.
So Siphon, you just walk out of this tavern. You can't deal with these fuckers right now. It's a lot.
No.
And you sort of head around the corner to it's like behind the buildings, there's almost like a little courtyard with like a well in the middle. There's like benches. It's the backs of the buildings that are just sort of made out into this little common area. And it's quiet here. There's not many people. There's someone's kind of sat on a bench who are just clearly, they're like dozing off a little in the sun. They've laid down, but it's nice and peaceful here.
Okay. He is going to he's going to kneel down and pray and try to get some,
Yeah.
some answer,
some sort of guidance.
Some hint, some guidance on what to do or where to go.
Okay. So you are praying.
I put my hand over the man's mouth that's snoring.
Just shut up. You take this moment in the quiet to pray to the protector, and you don't feel like a godly presence wash over you or anything, but the peace and the quiet, it helps recenter you. It helps you clear your mind a little and start to think a bit more clearly. But as you are kneeling and you're praying and you're smothering the snoring guy to get him to stop snoring, you hear a little voice. Help! Help! I'm an orphan! Help!
Gets up.
That
He's going to have
echoes.
a look around. Where's it coming from?
Roll me an awareness test.
Oh, shoot. This is not going to be good. Oh, wait, I don't think that's enough. Damn it, I'm 8 short. No, mine's 40.
Oh, okay.
Damn it.
So you're kind of stood around, you're looking to try to pinpoint the source, but the sound is echoing from all the buildings in this little courtyard that going on. Help!
Hey, where are you? Where are you? Keep talking.
I'm down here. Help!
Down here. And I'm gonna start looking low for like drains, wells, basements. That's what I'm gonna be looking for.
I'm just saying I called this fucking hours ago.
Oh my god, did little Timmy fall down a well?
My star
Did
powers
everybody
are
else
real
know that?
root.
Did literally everybody else know that?
No, I didn't. I had no idea.
So Siphon, you're looking down for drains, holes, whatever, and then you clock the well in the center.
Oh, I'm gonna head over to the well and look down. Hey, hello, you down there?
Yeah.
Hey, oh, hang on, I'll get you out. Is there a rope? Is there a rope for the bucket?
There is no rope and no bucket here.
Son of a... All right, I'm gonna look around for anything that could do to help with the well.
Okay, and the little voice is going, "Help me, I'm an orphan.
Yeah.
I'm
yeah,
so
okay.
little and in need of help."
Yeah, don't worry, I got it. Yeah, okay. Is there anything that I could use? Even if it's vines from a thing that I can...
There looks to be like a rickety ladder lent up against one of the... Oh, we got a donation, a crit donation to get them out of the well. I mean, that is for Scythium, to get Timmy out of the well.
All right. So you
There's
said
a ladder,
this
but
rickety
it's
ladder.
not... Yeah, but you get the feeling it's maybe not big enough. It might get him up like half the way.
If it gets him half the way, is it enough for me to reach down and then pull him up? Or is it still further?
You maybe could do that. It would be still a little bit tricky.
It's fine. I'm willing to do it.
But all right.
Right, so this is what I do. I take the rickety ladder, I say, stay out of the way, hang on, watch it, ladder coming down, and I lower it down and then drop it. Say, okay, climb up, and I'll get you. And what I'm going to do is kind of jump onto the well, slide down so I'm hanging like that, and then stretch my arm down, lift him up, and then lift me up. And I'm going to use the crit for that because it was there for it. So that's what I'm going to do. To get Timmy out of that well.
So you in a feat of strength and agility, you flip yourself over the side of the well and you lean down to grab Timmy, and you see this small boy with the jet black hair, the ragged shirt, the pants held on by a string with the blue eyes. And he reaches up to you and he goes, "Oh, you're my hero, you are." And he grabs your wrist as you pull him up and out of the well.
You wouldn't happen to be Timmy, would you?
I am. How do you know my name?
Well, a certain Arthur is gonna want to chat to you. Come with me. I'll show you.
Arthur?
Yeah.
And he's chatting to you. He goes, "Arthur's my favourite geezer, you know. Me and him are down at the marketplace. We've got a really good store. We sell all sorts of stuff. You should come down. And he's like just fasting you.
Do I get a discount for saving you?
Well, think about it. It's not really my area of expertise. I'm not the proprietor, as it were. That is Mr. Arthur.
Right. Well, maybe you'll have a word with Mr. Arthur when we... Oh, there he is.
And Arthur, as you're absolutely, like, you're sort of still staggering a little bit after just getting up off the ground from Skarut dropping you, you are bowled over by a very soggy Timmy as he just hugs you. He's Arthur!
And you'll see Arthur sort of just take a second to look, like, get focused enough on what's just grabbed him. And the second he sees it's Timmy, just big embrace and a tight hold. "Timmy, you fucking muppet! Where did you go?"
"I'm sorry, Mr. Arthur. I'm sorry. It wasn't my fault.
I was worried sick about you. Where have you been all night?
Well, when everything went bang, right, I was following you, right? I was with you. I was on you. You were carrying me. It was very nice of you, Mr. Arthur. Thank you very much for carrying me. I really appreciate it. But when everything went bang, this big lady, she like pulled me out of the water because I was going to drown, and then she sort of took me off to the side to when, you know what, where the well gets filled up from the river, right, where the little bank is. We were down there, and she's checking me over, making sure I'm all right. And then this fucking massive rat thing came out of the fucking little well bit, and it took her and me.
All right. Jesus, I didn't ask for your autobiography. That'll do.
No, Arthur, but I did. Timmy, can you show me where this location is?
I think I can. It's just outside of the river.
Okay, could you do that for me?
Yeah. We can, but this big stuff there, Mister. I don't know if you've heard about rats the size of fucking people, but
yeah, I have. Yeah, well, don't worry, I can deal with them. Come on, Timmy, show me where you.
Hey, hang on. All right.
What?
We just found him. We're not putting him back in danger. All right, he can tell us where it is, and then he's going home.
Yeah, if that's fine. If he just tells us where it is, shows me where it is, he can go home.
Yeah,
Right.
that would be nice if I could go home.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm not actually an orphan. I did lie to you about that. I'm sorry, but I thought it might help my chances of getting rescued.
And Arthur just goes round his ear. What have I told you? All right, no lies that people can easily prove false.
Sorry, but like, he doesn't know my mum
Multi-layer.
and dad, does he?
Yeah, but then you just led him to me, you dickhead.
Oh, fuck.
Right, multi-layer it. Keys in the details.
All right, I'll remember that. That's why you're the
Right.
boss, though, innit?
It is. Now know your place. Tell him where it is.
All right, and so, what is Violetta, Herta, and Skarut doing at this touching reunion?
Watching.
So it's actually a child. Huh.
You didn't think it would be a child?
What did you think it would be, Screwed?
I don't know. Demons exist. Anything is possible.
Demons? What do you know
Apparently
about
they're-
demons?
They're giant dogs.
Some of them.
What do you mean, some of them? Never mind. Don't
Yes,
tell me.
Harda, what do you mean?
I mean, everyone knows that there are different types of demons.
I didn't know demons existed until like a day ago.
They're childhood stories.
There's childhood stories about people who ate 60 pounds of food in one sitting. That's not true.
I would believe it.
Well, you're stupid. I'm sorry. I'm very
Am
drunk.
I? It's okay. She just like pats his shoulder. I understand.
Are you very drunk?
I am the most. No.
I sniff your breath. It's weird though.
Smells like coffee.
I want that.
I can provide if you really want some. You probably should. And same with that one, but once he's done
No.
reuniting with that one.
Do you think that's his illegitimate son?
I don't. What? Hold on.
Now it's a possibility though, eh?
Wouldn't he be smaller?
I don't know. I stab. I don't read books in science.
You don't have to read books in science to know how. Never mind. But I mean, still, could be. With Arthur, you don't know. It could be anything.
Yeah.
So Arthur,
Yeah.
shall we follow this little one's directions?
You can trust Timmy, all right? If he knows where this thing is, he can take us.
Then
I
let's
don't
go.
know. Perhaps we should get him into something dry and, Syphy, and I'm gonna put my hand on the damaged part of your shoulder. Just kind of give it a pat. Just go, my doctor friend has some experience with this, and it's going to get worse.
Yep. Well, so's Alex with that thing, and he kind of removes the hand.
Well, you're no good to her if you're injured. How are you?
I'll be fine.
And he's got
Will
us.
you-
Oh, wait, you want to come with me?
All right, where Timmy goes, I'm going.
Well, Timmy's only going to show me.
What?
And you are incredibly drunk.
We could get some coffee on the way.
Excuse me, sir. That is an outrageous accusation. I'm fine. I will come with you until we have found Alex. I promise.
Are we still close to the tavern, by the way?
I'd say you probably wandered a little bit away from it at this point.
So here's what I propose. I propose we go back to the tavern and not get alcohol. I propose we get coffee. I'm sure they have it. And then we will get these two sobered up and go find Alex. Maybe they will let them borrow a tankard or something of coffee.
I'm not gonna refuse help, but I want you to realize what you're getting into. We're going in the sewers against those giant rats, and there's probably going to be more than one. You sure you really want to do that? For someone you barely know?
A lot of shit has happened in the last 24 hours. But if you're going in those sewers, you need someone who knows the sewers, all right? And I know the sewers, and I got a funny feeling my new best friend might know them. I don't want to speak for them, right? I know the sewers. You keep the rats from eating my face, I'll get you through them.
I've been told that I need to stick with this group. And I'm not one to turn away signs.
Wait, you were told?
The powers that be in the universe told me that I need to stick with you.
It is star power cards.
Something along those lines.
Okay.
And she is the best reader of those cards on a Tuesday between 10 and 11 in that one specific market. So you can trust what she says.
Arthur.
What?
You know that today is Wednesday, Arthur.
I'm sure it's fine. Wednesday's close enough, isn't it?
Well, as you said, if we're gonna do this, we're gonna need to get these two sobered up. So, yeah, probably a good idea to get them in.
All right. So we're going to do a little time skip. Drinks are procured. Timmy has somehow batted his eyelashes at a lovely tavern patron and got himself a little blanket to cover his shoulders. He pulled off the little, like, oh, I'm just a little waif. I don't need help sort of gambit, and it worked. And he leads you down the riverbank towards this little intake for the well that he had mentioned, where he and Alex had washed up.
Before we go, could I grab myself a something to light for a torch? You know, like flint.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Because we're going underground. Yeah.
Also, before we leave, I would like to bum a cigarette from someone. Because mine's still wet.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure if you ask the patron, maybe he'll have something for you. It won't be as pretty of what you got, but it'll be dry.
I do that.
All right. You managed to barter yourself a little mini pack of cigarettes. Actually, you get a little bunch from someone who is clearly suffering from a concussion and may not be thinking too clearly, but nonetheless, probably better that they don't smoke, actually, with a concussion. And
yes,
you are... For their health. Unless there's anything else anybody else wants to do before you head up. All right.
Not at the pub, no.
So it feels like you're walking for quite some time before you hit this intake, and it's kind of in a sort of more secluded rocky area where the riverbank turns to more stony, and you can see it like it's almost like a small cave, and off to the side you can see a grate that once existed there, but it has long since been like either pulled aside or destroyed, probably by someone with nefarious intentions, but it has got signs of aging there. Like there's a lot of rust on it and moss that has grown on top of it as it's shoved aside. And Timmy is stood. He stood like a good 10, 15 feet away from it. And he goes, "It wasn't there."
So you'll have a look down. Is it like narrow, or is it quite tall? You can just walk in.
It's kind of, I'd say maybe it's like 5.5 feet, so you have to sort of shrink down just on an awkward sort of height.
Does it get wider and taller with the further you go in?
I think so, but as I said, I don't really remember a lot of it because I sort of walked in and then I got put in a big fucking bag.
Right. All right. Well. Thank you, Timmy. Thank you for all your help. You've been most helpful. Now, why don't you go home?
I will.
At that point, Arthur wants to kneel. I was about to say Arthur wants to kneel down to Timmy, but they're the same height. So
Force Timmy
Arthur
to kneel before you.
yeah, lie on the floor, Timmy, so I'm taller than you. So he'll just he'll grab Timmy. And it's weird, even though Arthur is the same size, it's clear who is the adult. And he'll sort of just grab Timmy, and in one hand, he'll have something in his hand. And he just says to Timmy, "Right, straight home to your parents. You understand? You don't stop. You don't talk to anyone. You go straight home."
I got it. Yeah.
Give me your hand. And he'll take Timmy's hand and put 2 silver coins in Timmy's hand from his own money. Give it to your mum. Get yourself some clean clothes. All right. And then just close his hand up.
And he, before he goes, he hugs you tightly around your neck, and then he just runs off, his little bare feet, as he goes.
Yeah. And just mechanically, I have that in my inventory as part of my trappings, so I'm just taking 2 of my silver coins off my inventory.
All right. 2 silver shillings gone. All right.
I don't know if I can do something else as well, like seeing Scythian look at this thing, and he's got his torch that he bartered from the pub. Depending on how well we say Arthur knows the sewers, whether he'd be aware of this entrance, I want to just potentially have a look at Scythian with his torch, and then walk over to some nearby rocks or something, and reach a hand in and just pull out a torch.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah.
He's just smashed because he knows all the entrances and exits. Oh,
absolutely.
Nice.
Where did you get that torch? Where were you keeping that torch?
Rule number 1 of sewer travel: always be prepared, my friend.
Right. Okay. If you want to lead the way,
Right, but
someone else. Yeah.
Have that sword ready.
Yeah, don't worry. That's why. Does someone else want to hold this torch so I can have a free hand for my sword and shield?
Sure, I will.
And he hands it over, and they head in, and he's going to draw his sword. All right. After you, Arthur.
All right. And Arthur walks in, not having to duck at all. This is great. I'm loving being halfway.
I'm
full
God.
height.
6'2" and going, heavy armor.
And I'll be doing
Wait,
that
how
sort of.
tall are these sewers?
5.5 feet.
Oh shit, I gotta crouch too. Fuck.
Yep. I am also crouching.
Yay.
See, I do this on purpose. Welcome to my daily life. Now you know what it feels like.
We feel your
Especially
pain.
Scotland.
All right, so you head into this sewer. Now, Arthur and Scourge, you are quite familiar with these sewers, having traversed them in your sort of nightly pursuits. I would like you folks, if you would, to make me a... Let's have a look. Let me look at my skills.
Is it navigation?
Survival. Oh, navigation, yes. Oh, no, that's usually for driving, vehicles, I think, right? Oh, no, that's actual drive skill. Never mind. Yeah, navigation. I'm a dum-dum.
Navigation. Cool.
Is that all of us or just those 2?
Just these 2, because these 2 are experts in the sort of area.
Yeah. Is it just a normal base, or do we get...
That's exactly what I needed. A 38.
I would say plus 10% because you're familiar with the area. So you got 10% under.
Navigation, all right. So under 50 for Arthur. No.
Jeez. Have you rolled under 50 yet, Jay? I don't think you have.
I've rolled under 50 once, I think.
Oh my
once or
God.
twice,
Maybe.
yeah.
It's been a good night for rolls. Okay, so Scaruch, you're sort of leading the way on this one. You're familiar with these tunnels. Yeah. You know which ones are traversed by smugglers, thieves, murderers, bandits, whatever it is in this city. You know which ones they use, and you know how to look for signs of people passing through areas. And you can see that there are clearly signs that somebody had been through this area very recently. There are scuff marks on the floor, and in some of the sort of dirt, the just assembled layer of scum and muck that is on the floor. You can see some sort of scrapings. And as you head further in, it opens up a little, and you're following these trails through left, right, left again, up and down a little bit. And I would like you to roll me an awareness test.
All right. Less good. So I need a 37. 16.
Oh, nailed it. Okay, so as you're looking at these tracks, you look down and you see something dark on sort of a clear footprint. There's like a splotch of something, like a drop. It looks a lot like blood.
I'm going to put my hand up to say stop. I think that there's blood ahead. Gonna get closer to it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, you get closer to it. It's definitely blood. And you see just a couple of drops leading further in.
So we have to make a choice. Are we trying to move quietly or are we moving there quickly? Because this is definitely blood. It looks fairly recent.
I would prefer to know what's in there before we go charging in.
So we move quietly.
Well, you move quietly. I can't.
Slowly then. All right. And I'm going to just keep leaning ahead.
Okay. So as you do so, you sort of turn the corner down another sort of branch of these sewers. And there's something strange ahead. The sewer wall on the left-hand side seems to have a hole in it. And you see rubble that has been blasted out into the main sort of sewer channel. And there's like a backing up of water. It's starting to slowly flood in this corridor.
That is bad.
Is that where they took her?
Probably.
All right, let's go.
Okay. Go.
I'm just thinking, how deep is this water? Because I might have to ask for a lift.
It's not that deep.
Okay. I don't want to have to like Yoda backpack somebody.
It's getting up to like a foot in depth now, but it will definitely get deeper and deeper as the day goes on.
Okay.
Okay, are we going quietly now into this bit, or are you just walking?
I think still quietly.
I think we should go quietly.
Okay, at this point, I would like everybody to roll me stealth checks.
Oh, y'all
Oh,
screw
so
me.
close to a crit success.
Oh, then I'm happy. And this is straight, Susie?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Just in case, I need to clarify, that is a fail.
That
That's
is
a critical success for me.
Okay, so Skarut, you know how to disappear in these tunnels. You've done it tons of times, and you just into the darkness. You're almost invisible to your assembled friends here with you. Hector, you pick up on some of his cues, and you are also very quiet as you're walking ahead. Siphian, that brigandine though, clanky.
I did warn
With the
them.
weapon and the shield,
And
you're clunking along.
And I've got a spear on my back as well. So
So every now and then it's just the spear and the shield clunk, 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 clunk as he's walking.
Is the spear like also scraping against the
Yeah.
ceiling? Sometimes?
probably, yeah.
Arthur,
I
your
like
little
to
feet.
believe.
He's
Go
going.
ahead.
I just like to imagine Violetta's in the back, like, I hate this.
She's just smoking. She's like, fuck
Just-
this.
That's why she's not stealthy. You just see the glow of the cigarette.
And the exhale every now and then. And I think for Arthur, it's the tunnel beginning to flood is steps for these lot, but it's starting to come up to like your mid shins. And so you're sloshing through this water as you're walking. And it's sewage water. So it's shit and piss and rubbish or whatever people are throwing in these sewers as you're walking ahead. So you make your way into this tunnel, and it's strange. There seems to be an illumination in here, like it's lit by something, but you can't quite divine its source. It's a weird sort of greeny blue tinge. And as you head a little bit deeper into this tunnel, it starts going down. There's an incline. And Skarut, up ahead, as you're sticking to the wall and being very quiet, you look as opposite you on the wall of the tunnel, you can see shadows of tall, huge, human-sized rats carrying weaponry, and they look to be wearing armor as these shadows, and you can hear them now going 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And that is where we're going to end it this week.
No! I mean,
These are beyond what? How do you pronounce it? Rouses, rats of unusual size.
Rodents of unusual size. Yeah.
Yes.
So are these something that like we know about, like just as Gabe is asking?
So it's in terms of like this world, it's very similar. It's like in the book, they exist, but it's widely thought amongst the populace that they don't exist. They're a rumor, they're a folklore, they're a tale.
So I'm gonna think they're demons.
Are they evil? Are these things like evil?
Well, I mean, they're huge anthropomorphic rat people.
I mean,
Great.
for me, would it be something that I would know?
I mean, yeah, they would be seen as enemies,
Okay.
even though it's like they don't exist. It's a childhood story. They're not good.
Gotcha.
Okay, so before we sign off for the night, then I am gonna just throw up that poll there for this week of who gets the corruption this week. Is it the lovely Skarut, Scythian, Herta, Violetta, or Arthur? The poll will go up shortly. Make sure to get those votes in. So 0 for Arthur, 1 for Violetta, 2 for Herta, 3 for Scythian, and 4 for Skarut. All right. So while y'all are voting, we'll go around and say who we are, where you can find us on the internet. Gabe! Hi, friend. Did you have fun tonight? And where can we find you on the internet?
That was great. Hi, I am Gabe at Gabe James Games on Twitch and Twitter. You can find me pretty much those places, or pretty much anywhere else is Gabe James Games. I don't know why I said that. This was great. I like that Skarut and Arthur's relationship has changed so quickly. And now it's just trouble for everybody. And Susie, I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry for anything that happens.
That was fantastic. It was amazing. And thank you for joining us this week. And next up, we have the lovely Tom. Hey, Tom, where can we find you? Did you have fun tonight? And who are you, I guess?
I did. I had a lot of fun. It was really, really good. The story's getting going. Who knew just looking for someone could, spark so much interest. I mean, Cypher's going, oh my God, so many people really just like they must really like me. This is great. They're helping me. I've never had so many people help me before. Yay. So that's fun. And I would imagine we're going to get our first taste of combat next week. So that's even more fun. What could possibly go wrong there? So I can't wait. Really enjoy myself. And I really want it to be Wednesday again. Myself, I am Hotflakes Tom. You can find me on Twitter or in Discord every time. Yeah, that's it. That's me. Wait, what happened? Why are we here?
I think we're in high five. Wait.
Oh, wait, this way.
Where's Mirren?
Wait,
Hang on, wait.
There we go.
3, 2, 1.
Okay.
Romance.
It worked.
We get romance.
That's how you get sick, children. So don't do that.
Yeah, that's sickness, kissing, and high fiving.
I find now you're pregnant.
And I don't know how you follow that, Angie, but hi. Did you have fun tonight? Where can we find you on the internet?
Oh my goodness, I had a lot of fun. My gosh, what even? There are no words. But anyway, hi, I'm Banjalip. You can find me basically everywhere under that name. I'm on Twitch, I'm on Twitter. I do arts, I do games, I do TTRPGs like all the time. So that's me.
Alrighty. Hi, Quinn! Did you have fun tonight? And where can we find you on the internet?
I did. I really would like to know if Antoinette is alive. Maybe she's in a well somewhere, if we are to be so lucky. I just want to take a man to a bookstore, that's all. There's nothing wrong with that. Men need to go to bookstores sometimes. Just go to the bookstore, Syphie, and it's fine. I'm at Quintastic _ on Twitter. I write TTRPGs and do actual play and variety stream. Normally on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern, I would have a game over on at Mythic Grove, where Roots Remain. Tonight we have a night off. And yeah, just keep up with my socials for the other things that I do.
Awesome. I mean, I think tonight is the night of parodies because Charlie definitely photoshopped a Kill Phil picture, which if you haven't seen yet, I'm just going to link again in chat because it's fantastic. But while you said that you just want to take a guy to a bookstore, all I could think of was Electric Six's gay bar, but with bookstore instead.
I want to take you to a bookstore.
Sorry. So, hey, Jay. How's it going? Where can we find you?
You find me everywhere on the internet. You can find me on Twitter, Voice Jay Britton, or on Twitch, just Jay Britton. Tonight was awesome. Utterly unplanned, but I'm loving the weird new mafia that apparently Arthur and Screw are starting up for some reason, marrying people. I don't know what's going on, but fine, let's go. That was very cool. I'm doing a Dark Souls 1 through 3 run at the moment over on my Twitch channel. 111 deaths so far in Dark Souls 1. It's going really well. I'll be back there on Friday night, assuming I'm not dead from the illness and the plague. Ugh. That was wonderful. I love this universe, this gang. If this gang gets to the end without horrific things happening, I will be utterly amazed. Completely amazed.
I knew when we had our session 0 there would be a very good energy in this group. I did not anticipate at all that it would be like this. Today has been a very good day of big laughs, excellent plotting, stabbings of one of the Mitchell brothers. Like it's just all happened. Like I don't know what else you would want from an RP. Like tell your friends, get them in watching. And if you did make any clips or anything today, please do share them with us on the Discord or on Twitter, because I feel like this was a very clippable episode. So if you're watching the VOD or are going to watch the VOD, clip, share with your friends, because oh boy, this was a doozy of an episode. And chat, can we give corruption points to Susanna Grace and the sexy demons? We're already corrupted. Don't even worry about it. So, I think that poll is going up again. We have a winner. Arthur won with 4 points. That is some corruption for our dear lovely Arthur. So we will resolve that as we wrap up. But as for me, I forgot to do my own outro because I'm a very good professional at this. I'm Susie, otherwise known as Susanna Grace. I am a variety streamer who does video games, art streams, and tabletop RPGs. You will find me tomorrow on Follow Black Cats for the spy game beta testing, where I am the handler, and I am going to be leading a bunch of absolute disaster spies through a casino heist in Tokyo. So that should be a lot of fun. Tune in for that. That's at 8 p.m. GMT, which is 3 p.m. Eastern. But if you're not there, you should be here on Encounter Roleplay for Unhallowed Metropolis, Death's Curios, which is on tomorrow. And on Friday, you can catch me back here again at 10 p.m. GMT, which is 5 p.m. Eastern, for the finale of Judge Dredd Back on the Block. We are taking out a side judge gone rogue, and it's gonna... things are gonna happen. It's gonna get juicy and bad. So tune in for that. I'm very, very excited for it. But I believe that is everything from us for tonight. As always, make sure to follow us on the Discord, the Twitter, the social medias. If you're watching this on YouTube, hi YouTube, we love you. But that's it for us for tonight. We will see you next week. Take care, folks.